had like a rough year at some point, but a really good year in other points.
This was a tough lesson for me.
I do a big mistake on my nutrition plan.
So I really had to look inward and face my insecurities.
Everything counts to learn and to grow up. Not going back to UTMB.
Last year I was injured quite a bit and now I am training since 6 weeks.
I have like not my birthday and was like hard moment.
Yeah, last season it started off really well. I did that Chianti race a week after being here, and it was one of the best races I've done. I felt so strong, and I thought, yeah, this is going to be like the year, like the best year ever. And then I went and did like the usual races. I did Eiger, which went quite well, Sierra Zanal, OCC, but it just wasn't great. You know, I thought I was just missing something. So I was a bit disappointed, to be honest, but then I rounded off the season with Otter and Ultra Trail Cape Town. I managed to win both of those and really enjoyed them. And then that's kind of like, since then, they've been like kind of going slightly up and up into this year. So yeah, and then I've done Tarawera a few weeks ago and that went really well. So now I'm very happy. But last year I was a bit like, yeah, a bit frustrated, but that's the sport, you know. I'm gonna do some different races and I'm quite excited about that. I'm not going back to UTMB, any of that stuff. I'm just gonna try some other ones, maybe the World Trail Majors, a few of those races. And yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. Like I'm training a bit more. I've got some like coaching myself again, so I've got some good ideas. It's sunny, we just did a nice run, some strides with all these cool people. Like, what more do you need? That's sweet. Yeah, maybe some chips, but we'll get them later. And just to really build a lot of momentum this year, get a lot fitter, and then yeah, see what to do later in the year. But no, I'm really happy with how it's going so far.
Second session on track and field of my life, 6 years ago, the last one. My last season was so with a big up and big down, but it's what I like with trail running. It creates a so big emotion in my body, in my mind. Emotionally, I was really tired. It was CCC because I was really in big shape. Just I do a big mistake on my nutrition plan, and it's hard to accept to be sometimes a little bit stupid on little things, and so it was hard to come back after that. Now I'm ready to fight again. I become a better human with training because you need to have humility, because each race is different, each day is different. You just have to have humility of yourself and trust in yourself. I want to continue to understand the quality over quantity. So I understand last year. Not to do so much quantity, but high quality, and to be really good on each lesson, not want to do the more of everybody.
My last season, it was good, I'd say, and tough in the same time. I started very well. And then there was this DNF in Chamonix, and I think this was a tough lesson for me. Maybe at that point I just wanted too much and I wasn't ready to get my head into this like 100% racing mode. But now I think mentally I learned a lot, and now I'm in a better place with myself, which is good. So I think the season last year told me a lot. It was a good lesson, definitely. My biggest wish for that season actually is to compare less, to be just Kimi with all the positive sides and all the negative sides, to allow myself to be not perfect sometimes, because nobody is always perfect, and I think that was maybe a huge problem for me over the last years, just to expect way too much. And I think I just want to be happy. I just want to be proud of myself. I just want to finish the season as Kimi, who is 100% herself, whatever that means.
Last year I was injured quite a bit, and now I am training since 6 weeks consistently. Very happy finally, but usually in the afternoon I do the second session on the bike. But I don't know, it's a different sport. You think you're such a fit person, athlete, and then you bike and it's kind of, you get tired very fast. Also, I didn't fuel really, because when I'm not injured I used to bike for fun and for cake and coffee stops. So I did the same, but it doesn't work if you bike every day and eat so much cake and cappuccino instead of fueling. And then it kind of developed in summer. Then I started intervals on the bike and a little bit of running and smaller setbacks, of course, but maybe since fall or winter I increased the running more and more. And I think this season I tried to do some smaller races first and just get confidence for my foot. And then I set my season highlights in the second half of the year at CCC and Javelin at 100.
Last year was an experience, I would say. I had like a rough year at some point, but a really good year at other points. So it was really good to learn how my body is feeling in a longer race, or how fast I can go in a shorter race. So it was really cool, like from different aspects. The CCC, even if it was like the hardest race of my life and the most painful one as well, but like the emotions I had in the end running through Chamonix. And seeing some teammates of mine like really late in the night, and it was so amazing. I had tears in my eyes all the time, so it was really nice. Yeah, it was a really painful experience, but also like it made me so strong in the mind, and like, yeah, to overcome myself in different ways. And after that I was mentally so strong. I was like, okay, if I can do this, I can do everything. I want definitely a more successful season, but also a season which makes me like, yeah, feeling that I did what I can do and maximize my performance, and this would be really cool, yeah.
Nice.
More faster on the go. I can catch you, I can catch you. Yeah. Are you okay, camera? That was cool.
My goal of the season was OCC, and I have like problems in the race. I finished, but not in the way that I want. And also after in Nice, to try to qualify for this year, I have like not my best day, and was like hard moment. The World Cup in March, and after like Transvulcania in May, when I did the record of the half marathon. This is maybe my best moment, and also in the finish of the season in Cappadocia with the podium. Also I finished it like my studies of like a doctor. I'm a doctor now, and I promised me that I live more relaxed this year, and I think this changed my life. Also more rest time, less training, and yeah, I feel better in this moment. Try to qualify to UTMB 2026 in the summer, and the World Champs in September, because it's in my home, and I am so excited to run in my home the World Championship. And in November, maybe I go to South Africa. All people tell me you need to come. I am going to go to UT City, and I am so happy to finish my season there.
How was the run, Dani?
Was good. Sunny.
Funny?
No, sunny.
Sunny the light.
Ah, sunny.
Dani. Dani.
Jesus!
Beautiful.
The energy on there! It wasn't bad, hey? That was a proper one.
It's still flying.
Yeah, so my last season was pretty tough, particularly in Europe. I really struggled last year. I came away from the European season feeling pretty drained. In the whole year, my best performance was probably the Otter Trail in South Africa when I came back from Europe. My worst was I DNF'd at Mont Blanc Marathon last year, and so I think that kind of showed me that my problem was racing in Europe for sure. And I think the problem there is that I felt so different racing in Europe versus what I felt in South Africa. I felt like I couldn't be myself and couldn't show up as myself when I was racing there. And when I came back to South Africa and let go of all of that, and it just felt like super comfortable in my environment. I was able to really thrive and get the most out of myself. I really had to look inward and face my insecurities, face the fears, face all of my reasons for doing what I was doing, the reasons that I was thinking certain ways about myself, and face them. And then I think ultimately that has allowed me to grow hugely as an athlete, but then I think bigger as a person. I think that was self-love. I think oftentimes we athletes, we push ourselves a lot, and we're always pushing, wanting to achieve, and sometimes I think we need to have a little bit more self-love and self-compassion. And I think through that whole experience coming home, I think I really understood that for the first time. I mean, I'm currently a little bit injured, and so for sure that's frustrating, but I think if I get to the end of the season and just feel like I gave my best and I'm happy with how it turned out and I grew from the experiences that I had, I think that would be a successful year in my eyes.
I learned a lot about the process to be back after a big injury.
Is it better?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yes, the finish line, to get the finish line in UTMB was very emotional. I can close the chapter or my injury with the finish of the UTMB. I'm feeling good. The last 4 months were very good talking about running consistently. I didn't feel any kind of pain or discomfort, so it's the most important. And yes, I feel very motivated with trying to get the start line of UTMB. Have a good training block for this. And I think everything counts to learn and to grow up. The positive things, the negative things. So I think you need everything to grow up.
Race, everyone's like, actually, yeah, good one.
Finish the race.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Hello.